and it was about post-war era. And I believe the story was told, I'm 95% sure the story was told by Ezra Taft Benson, who was once the Secretary of Agriculture of the United States. And he was commissioned by he was also a leader in our church, and he was commissioned by our church leaders to visit war-torn areas after World War II and distribute commodities that the church, oversee the distribution of commodities that the church was sending from the United States to, I think it was Germany where he was distributing the commodities, and they had fresh fruit, which the people had not seen in quite some time. And the story was pretty heart-wrenching because these people were standing in line waiting for their turn to get some small amount of something from what was distributed. And there was an older woman there who had one fresh orange clutched in her hands, but she had an opportunity to trade the orange for a needle and and some thread. And she took that precious piece of fruit and willingly let go of it and traded it for a needle and a piece of thread. And that story just broke my heart right in two. So it just drives home a point to me. And at our Christmas devotional that we had in December, a story was told about a soldier during the war that he was living in a house, and I'm thinking it was in Germany as well, and they had a lady that came in and did house cleaning. There were a couple of officers, I think, that were living in the house or stationed. That was where they were transacting what they needed to do, or where they were staying was in this house. And he talked about the housekeeper lady, and when the Christmas came around, she had some small token gift that she had put together. I think it was from postcards that she had somehow put together. And the soldier had, I don't know if he was an officer or what he was, but he was the United States military personnel. And he had access to the PX, wherever that was, and he could get candy bars and juice, and he would always, when he went to the PX, he would get as many as he was allowed to get, and he stored them in a little foot locker that he had. So when Christmas rolled around and the housekeeper lady had left this gift that she had made, and he decided that he was going to leave her a box that had candy bars and juice and soap in it, and how precious those commodities were that people were trading. People were trading their possessions. This may have been a separate story. I'm trying to remember. I know I have read and heard a story where people would go and take their possessions from their houses and go on the trains in the morning and try to go into the country, rural areas to see what kind of food products they could get from the rural people and trade their possessions for. So I just can't remember why it was I wanted to pass those stories on. If I remember, my mind just went blank. If I remember the reason why I wanted to pass those stories on, I'll write it below the video. Or I think I'm getting tired. I think I need to take a rest. At any rate, any and all things that you lay aside will be of value to you if the time should come that there's scarcity. And if the time does not come that there's scarcity, you will have had peace of mind. Everything that you put aside and put on a shelf or put in a proper storage container certainly will increase your peace of mind in the meantime. And I think I need to get some needles in my storage, because I think the ones I did have long ago were rusty. So for a couple of bucks, it'd be worth getting some needles. That's kind of a dismal story for a beautiful sunny day like today, but we can all be thankful that we're not in that position. And like I said, if I remember why I was making this video, I'll put it below as soon as it comes to me. But right now, I'll just end it. God bless your efforts to prepare. Make a list and check it twice, so you can have more than just beans and just rice. That's all. God bless. Thanks. Bye.